Today, the wealthy are on a plane that is flying into an ash cloud. They don't want to go down. They're hoping they don't go down. However, they know that now is the time to get a parachute for themselves, their family, and their business. Today, we're going to talk about how we as advisors can help our clients get the right parachute. The clients who most need these parachutes tend to be located in countries where there is increasing wealth disparity. This map is a measure of wealth disparity within nations. Countries, which are in yellow to red, have the greatest amount of wealth inequality. And as we will soon discuss, their ash clouds tend to be the thickest. You will also note some cream-colored countries, where no data has been provided. Since several of these countries are experiencing an Arab Spring, it is reasonable to conclude that if numbers were provided, they would tend to be in the high inequality zone. Now let's look at what is producing the ash cloud. Governments run on tax dollars. With soaring deficits and ferocious government spending, taxation is front of mind for our clients. If we simply look at existing entitlement programs meeting an aging population, we can see clearly that government expenditure is going to continue to increase. If we use the U.S. as an example, we can see that government spending on entitlement programs such as Social Security, Medicaid, and Medicare will consume all tax revenue by 2049. This is before a dollar is spent on debt repayment, the military, teachers, roads, or any other government function. Clearly, governments will need more tax revenue, and they will go to their best customers to get it. A government's best customers are our clients. For example, in the U.S., over 40% of federal tax revenue comes from the top 1% of taxpayers. This ratio is similar in any country which has a progressive tax system. Taxation in a democracy has been described as 9 wolves and a sheep voting over what's for dinner. The obvious political decision will be to increase taxation on our clients rather than the general voting population. International regulatory schemes such as GATT or the Kyoto Protocol, domestic protectionist policies, national securities regulation affecting international public markets such as Sarbanes-Oxley or Dodd-Frank. Our clients and financial business lives are constantly buffeted by the winds of regulatory change. At the center of the maelstrom are U.S. fund managers. Whether deserved or not, they have borne the brunt of blame for the recent fiscal crisis. They are being subjected to a raft of new, often contradictory financial regulations. When enforced by elected prosecutors, who may be motivated more by political popularity than rooting out true financial shenanigans, fund administration in the U.S. has become akin to being a character in Franz Kafka's The Trial. As one of my clients recently explained, in the old days, we would only be pulled over by the SEC if we were doing 110 in the 100 zone. Now, we're cautiously doing 80 and are being regularly pulled over by ticket-happy officials who simply say, "I think you're going too fast." Currently, 93% of the world's civil litigation occurs in the U.S. Some of this litigation is undoubtedly meritorious. However, a significant portion is fueled by the unholy alliance of contingency fee lawyers and a public which dreams of winning the litigation lottery. Since litigation only pays if there are deep pockets to tap, the wealthy are always the target. If you are wealthy in the U.S., litigation is not a possibility. It is a certainty. Unfortunately, the American disease of out-of-control litigation is spreading. Divorce is something many clients and advisors feel uncomfortable discussing. However, it is not a rare fat tail event. It occurs in half of marriages. For the wealthy, the percentage is higher. Unlike taxation, which deals with a percentage of income, divorce settlements account for a loss of half of capital. If our clients have only 2 children and at least one gets divorced, it will not take 3 generations before the family is back in shirt sleeves. Therefore, as uncomfortable as it may be to contemplate or discuss, failing to plan for the statistical certainty of divorce is outright foolishness. A fourth threat to our clients is loss of mobility. Being able to live, work, or travel anywhere in the world is a benefit most clients don't appreciate until it's denied to them. A minor criminal offense or being mistakenly included on a no-fly list can drastically change your life. One should be aware that your passport is the property of the issuing country. Governments increasingly deny or cancel passports for an ever-expanding number of reasons. These include not just criminal, but civil and family law litigation, and child spousal support payment arrears. In countries like Venezuela, it is simply a blackmail tool to grab the assets of the wealthy. It is also important to remember extended family members when thinking about mobility. Imagine your child is vacationing on the other side of the world. Imagine they are being asked for their passport the day after your government has taken a military action. And imagine if that action is unpopular in the country your child is in. You may think these are remote possibilities, but they happen to people every day.